Welcome back to Pace Law Firm, talking today with Tammy Kirkwood from FAIR, which is the Association of Victims for Accident Insurance Reform. Tammy, good to be with you.
You too.
Let's talk a little bit about your story. You came on to FAIR in probably the worst way possible, I guess, which was you suffered a catastrophic injury as a result of a car accident. Tell us about your story a little bit.
It's happened on October 24th, 2008. I was on my way to work and I got T-boned by a dump truck.
Yeah, there's actually a picture on your website, actually, of your vehicle and the aftermath of that. Do you remember anything at all from the accident?
I have lost my memory from the accident from probably February of '08 till Christmas of '08.
And you were in a coma as a result of the accident?
Yes, I was.
And how long were you in that coma?
I was in straight coma for a week, and then I spent another 6 weeks in spastic condition.
And you awoke from the coma, and do you remember anything about that period immediately after it all?
No.
Nothing. What is the first thing you can tell people about what you remember and what the experience was like?
I remember waking up in my second hospital and not understanding why I couldn't move.
And what was the diagnosis? What had happened to you?
I had a catastrophic brain injury. I had a dislocated shoulder. I was put on a feeding tube and I was intubated.
And how was your family dealing with all this?
Extremely upset because I'm the youngest of 6 and very outgoing.
And so you take us through the process now. I mean, obviously you're sitting here with me today. Things are a little bit better than they were when you were in the coma.
Yes.
So take us through the process, the length of time from '08 until now. What have you been going through?
Since the day of accidents, let's see, I've had 3 hospitals in 6 months. I've had an incredible recovery team for the last 2.5 years. Then I basically have been able to live alone without my attendant care. I am able to be a mother to my kids again. I'm able to be part of FAIR in a very active way to help other victims, because I know that being a victim is a very, very sad thing.
Now, on your website, and what is the website again?
It is fairassociation.ca.
Fairassociation.ca, and you can go there and there's member stories on the left-hand side. You can click on the member stories and read different stories, including Tammy's. You actually didn't have all that bad an experience going through the process with and getting insured and things like that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Exactly. But you came across FAIR, which is advocating for victims' rights. Why did you get involved?
It was suggested that I get involved by a friend of mine who's actually an MVP, and he said that I advocate for victims very well, and because I was already dealing with my own stresses, he thought maybe I could very much help other people.
Okay, and how does FAIR help people?
FAIR advocates for victims of out of accidents. We all together we're a collective voice to prevent or to promote change.
And change in the form of what?
Change in how the insurance is treating victims of accidents.
And how can one become a member of FAIR in order to help bring about that change?
It's very easy. You can actually go on our website and you can apply online. For a regular member, it's $15 a year, and for a corporate member, it's $200 a year. And what ends up, I want to be able to tell people that if you're a regular member of FAIR, your information is always kept private. The only one who actually sees it is me, and I don't talk to anybody.
Except me. But not about membership rules, right?
Exactly. And what we do is we try and make a voice for everybody to be heard with the insurance and the government to promote the fact that people need therapy. They need recovery times.
Now, what can, obviously this is on Pace Law Firm's YouTube channel, what would you like the lawyers of Pace Law Firm to know about FAIR, maybe why their clients should get involved?
The one thing that I think that the law firm can do is help us advocate for their victims so that they're not mistreated and that they can help give them strength to go through the recovery they're going to have to go through.
Now, thank you very much for that. Let's just get back to your personal side of things. How are things going now? Like going forward, what do your days look like? I know that you mentioned that you're still going through physiotherapy. I guess that's always going to be, or
That therapy for me and for 9% of victims is a lifelong job. It's 24/7. It's waking up at the right times. It's making sure that you're organized. It's making sure that you have scheduled appointments, and that you're constantly maintaining your physical and mental abilities.
I see. Now, if people do want to get in touch with you at FAIR, besides the website, are there certain chapters around or certain cities in Ontario, or how is it just best to get in touch with you on the internet?
It's best to email me at fairautoinsurance@gmail.com.
Okay. I'll put that up on the screen right
Thank
here.
you.
You're welcome. And telephone as well. Can they give you a call?
No, actually, there's no phone.
No phone. Just through the magic of the interweb.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you'd like people to know? If there's one thing you'd like to sum up about FAIR before we go, what would it be?
I would like to invite you to help us be that collective voice, to be able to make people strong and give them a voice.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm glad to see that your recovery continues. It's good to see you're doing very well, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Okay. That's it for now from Tammy Kirkwood at FAIR. Be sure to look them up online at the address you see on the screen, and we'll see you next time at Pace Law Firm. Bye-bye.